dirty as always. Sorry guys. So, I haven't done this in over a year, and I'm definitely gonna be a little rusty. Things have drastically changed since the last time I made a video. I think the last time I made a video, I maybe talked about my tattoo apprenticeship, or maybe had just about to start, something like that. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think the last time I did this, I had just started the apprenticeship and did my first tattoo in the shop. But it has been over a year, so I haven't had time. I've been super busy and pretty exhausted, but we're moving into the slower season now, moving into winter, the winter months. This is the shop that I'm at. I'm at Boston's oldest tattoo shop. This is Fat Rama's Pumpkin Tattoo. So this is where I work. This is where I'm apprenticing. This is where I tattoo. So we're gonna walk down this hall here to my station, all the way at the end. I feel weird kind of like walking backwards and talking right now, but I don't know like what else to show you. This is it. This is the flash wall that I put in, where I have a collection of artists that have worked here, a bunch of my own original flash, artists that I look up to. This is changing all the time. We have over here just some cabinetry, counter space, all that. My workstation down here, my clean tray, all that, tattoo bed. So, it's been a long time since we've done a video, and I'm really not sure what I'm going to share moving forward on the channel. I feel weird about sharing tattoo things. I'll share like my personal kind of journey in tattooing, but I don't really plan to share any techniques or process or how to tattoo stuff. It's just not my place to do that. But I will be sharing my own personal work, my own personal progression, and the things that I'm working on. If you guys have questions about like tattoo apprenticeships and things like that, I don't mind answering that, but I won't be educating you on how to tattoo. It's just not something I feel comfortable doing. I don't think a lot of people should be doing it, because a lot of people spread a lot of misinformation out there, and it's just not what I want to do. Yeah, that's being said, I guess we'll show you what I've been working on. As of recently, I've been working on this giant flash painting. Largest one I've ever done so far, so I believe it's a 24 by 36. I keep forgetting, but this is the painting I've been working on. Slowly filling it up. As you can tell, it's pretty big. This is going to be the biggest painting to date since I started my apprenticeship, but it's a collection of just classic flash designs and some of my originals on here. And then I'm gonna work on some back piece designs and some larger sleeves. So as of like recording this right now, I'm at 708 tattoos, which is insane for an apprentice in their first year. Still got another month or so. Yeah, about another month before this year's over, as I'm recording this now, and looking forward to the new year and what I'm gonna be tattooing. So it's pretty exciting stuff. As far as design and toy stuff goes, I haven't really had as much free time to do those things. I'm here at the shop 5 days a week, but I work 12 to 16-hour days, which is, I know it sounds crazy, but it's kind of what you have to do in the beginning just to kind of establish yourself and develop the skill set to be an efficient tattooer. And I'm working towards that. But I figured I'd show you guys my stencil grimoire book is what I'm calling it. It is a massive moleskin journal where I've actually been saving every tattoo stencil I've done. So this book starts at tattoo 217. I have a smaller book. I think I have some video recording of that. I'll probably show some of that, but from 217 onward is this book up until 708. So I've saved every stencil of every tattoo, or if it's been drawn on, I've tried to take Polaroids of it. I'm only missing one, which was a drawn on tattoo, which I forgot to photograph with a Polaroid camera. I have photos of it, but I just have to print it. So these are Just all the stencils, they're all dated. And it's really interesting to see because I look at a lot of these stencils and I remember the tattoo exactly in the person that I tattooed, and it's just really interesting all the stories that you get from all the different clients of what they want. It's pretty neat. I don't know. There's some milestone tattoos in here for sure for me that really stand out. Like the Spider-Man tattoo. I tattooed on a woman that was almost 80 years old, but she told me she read the very first Spider-Man comic with her brother when she was a little girl. And then she came in head to toe, covered in Spider-Man gear. Had a bunch of really amazing tattoos from like way back in the 70s, from like New Hampshire and stuff that looked amazing. I just didn't feel comfortable asking to photograph all of them, but that was a pretty memorable tattoo. It's a lot of great stuff that I was able to do. Some personal designs as well. But this has been the collection so far, and it's kind of sporadic and crazy because that's how it is working at a street shop. There's no rhyme or reason of how this is organized. It's just tattoos in the sequential order that they've been done. And that's really about it. So I got a date stamp, place them in here, and that's kind of it as of right now. So pretty crazy to see. It's only a couple pages in this massive moleskin. I decided to use this big one for when I start actually doing larger pieces, like back pieces and things like that. So that way, like a full back piece could probably fit a little folded inside this moleskin. But I'm not really quite there yet, so I'm working on designing the first couple larger chest and back pieces now. But most of the walk-in stuff, I don't really get to choose what is coming in. You know, this is what people request and what they want as tattoos. So it's a little different than I think what most people experience at tattoo apprenticeship, where they kind of draw a bunch of flash and other designs and they get to tattoo that stuff. I don't really get to do that as much, but I'm super grateful for all the people that come in and get tattooed anyway. Yeah, that's about it so far. So I'm at the shop today. It's Tuesday. It's November 19th. So I'm going to be at the shop painting today and hoping for at least a walk-in or two. This is technically like my Monday. Not really. I leave, I got 2 days off, Wednesdays and Thursdays. I'm not at the shop. I come in on Friday and then tattoo all weekends. And then Tuesday is like my last day of the week technically. It's a weird schedule, but it's when people are available to get tattooed. And generally I gotta be here for the weekend, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna be painting today. Might work on some tattoo machines. I've been working on a ton of stuff like coil tattoo machines and building machines. Has been something that's been really fun for me in this experience, and a little part of tattooing that I really enjoy doing is building all the equipment and soldering tattoo machine coils and things like that. But I'm going to show you some of the machines that I've actually been working on. So the last machine I started working on was this little widow liner here. Pretty great. I got the frame from Keystone Tattoo Supply. I'm pretty happy with it. It's almost there. I gotta modify a couple things here, but I soldered the coils myself. The coils were from Workhorse. A ton of the parts were from Workhorse and Kingpin. Got a little Dan Cuban screw here for the vise. Really great frame. Almost have it tuned to where I want it. I might need to cut a new back spring. Just put a slight bend in there. But this was all soldered up and built by me. So the frame itself, I did not cast this or anything or have a machine. This is a pre-made frame that I built up and wanted to make a nice little shader out of it. It's hitting pretty nicely. Sounds pretty good. The one before that, this is a frame that was a iron cast frame. This is a low carbon steel frame from Dead Nut Irons, I believe is his Instagram page. I'm probably getting that wrong. Super great guy. I will try to leave his Instagram on screen somewhere here so you guys can check him out. Really great guy, super helpful with a lot of questions I've had. A lot of machine builders are super private, they don't want to share anything. He was a really great guy. If you're a tattooer or tattoo apprentice, finding knowledge from your peers is super crucial. I think it's something that everyone should learn about, is tattoo machines and how they function and how they work. The materials and all that sort of stuff. The information is out there, but it is scattered, and the machine philosophy varies drastically from artist to artist and builder to builder. So what one thinks is the way, the other might think is the worst decision you can make when designing a machine. So it's a lot of back and forth, and I don't know, some of the mysticism, magic, and tattooing is still in tattoo machines. I'm obsessed with building stuff. I'm a designer originally, and that's what I like to do, is I like to make things and tinker with things. So building tattoo machines has been one of my favorites. This is based off of a Coleman machine originally, I believe. People that don't tattoo this, if this is boring, let me know in the comments. I'm sorry, this is just like my new fixation and fascination. So this one, I built this with pretty simple parts. These are Workhorse coils as well that I had to solder up, and most of the parts are from there. These are some pre-cut springs, some wing nut hardware that I had made to fasten everything, and then I made this little feature here on the back with a piece of brass that actually lets you adjust for tighter clip cords and connections. Definitely a novelty, not necessary, but it's just fun to add little features and details that are different than other tattoo machines. And then this was a frame that I also got from Workhorse. They had these on sale a while back, and I wanted a nice frame with a swing gate chuck on here. This was a really nice design. I built this one to be a pretty zippy liner. That's great for traditional stuff. This is one of the ones I've been working on now for a while. Sorry about that. I just had to let somebody in because people are starting to arrive to the shop for the day to start tattooing. Yes, this was a Workhorse frame that I built, mostly Workhorse parts. Rom helped me adjust this one, but the cool thing about it has like the cut coin on there, and then these contact screws that I wanted to have cast, where it's a little jack-o'-lantern on a silver contact screw. But this is one of my favorite machines because I really like this swing gate chuck. It makes it a lot easier to get things in and out. Just a preference of mine, I really like these. So those are the machines that I've been building. And then here are some coils that I just actually wound and soldered up myself. A little capacitor on here, and the classic washers. And I actually like using the boat and marine grade shrink wrap on these because that has hot glue inside there. Makes a complete waterproof seal. And if you have to clean this stuff with alcohol or maticide on the machine, it keeps the wiring a little bit protected and prevents it from corroding. So that was actually my first attempt just winding my own coils, and pretty happy with how they came out. Little 8 wraps. Probably use it for a softer liner or a shader. Haven't really decided yet. Haven't tested them yet. Hopefully they work. We'll see. I have them on this little yoke that I made as well. It's like a little metal piece here. And some other machines. I guess I can show you my current machine collection if you want. It's like a little thing to keep the video interesting. This was my first gifted machine that I also built, and then Ram, my mentor, helped me rebuild this one as my kind of daily driver liner that I use for pretty much everything. It can handle tight 3s, which is a really tight fine line grouping, to all the way up to 9s really easily. So I got this actual machine kit itself from my buddy Igor, who owns Crimson Falcon Gallery and Tattoo in Concord, New Hampshire. So when I was mentoring with Mais in New Hampshire, our buddy Igor was opening his shop, and I helped him build it out and do a bunch of work there. So he gifted me this last couple Christmases ago, and then I built it. And then right after that, it's like when the whole thing of the old shop didn't work out, and how I ended up in Salem. But I still use this machine, and I'm super grateful that I was gifted this machine because it's a really great entry-level tattoo machine and liner. And then I got a shader kit as well. It's part of the build it your fucking self kits from them. This one also built this, and then Ron helped me adjust it and tune it. And then he tweaked it a little bit, so it's a nice shader. handles things nicely, pretty soft, not great for a lot of the heavier black traditional stuff I like to do, but handles everything else really nicely. And then I had some machines made for me. These are made by Kevin Riley, so these are custom made left-handed tattoo machines, so the plates go in the opposite direction. This was like the first commissioned machine I've ever ordered, and I'm super happy with these. These are my go-to, just doing anything American traditional style. These machines are amazing. Everything about them, his attention to detail, his craftsmanship is top-notch. Absolutely love these. These are machines 109 and 110 of 2024, so that's pretty awesome. And this is his 25th year making machines, I guess, which is pretty cool. So other favorite machines I have here, this is Bulldog Frame. This is an Adam Safari machine that Workhorse sells. I love this thing, great little color packer. One of my favorite machines for doing super solid heavy black work stuff, tribal, things like that. This thing is amazing. I think these are still even available through them, but one of the best builds I have other than my Aaron machines. So these are Aaron Kane machines, and if you're not familiar with who Aaron Kane is, you should go check out his phenomenal tattoos and his tattoo machine build in particular. These things are pure art. It's Damascus steel here with copper inlays, where he'll actually braze this side plate to an iron base so he doesn't have to use a yoke. He's got a drop down chuck here, probably the most creative swing gate chuck design I've ever seen. Pretty unique stuff. Beautiful frame. These are all hand carved and made into these immaculate looking machines. Every detail on this thing is just flawless. He does a lot of biomech style tattoo machines as well, but these are more of like an Art Nouveau style, which I really prefer personally, aesthetic wise. That was the liner, this is the shader, so it's a matching set. This set itself, actually, I almost didn't get because I was trying to get a set of burnt crack machines that I found online from this guy, and got the money for him and everything, and then he had a guy locally have cash that bought those, and those are like my dream machines, and didn't get them. And then I saw Aaron post these, and I've always wanted a set of them, and Rom's known Aaron for a long time. I highly recommend his machines. They both use them, and these are amazing. These handle everything and anything. These are by far the nicest machines that I own. Definitely paid for them, but it was worth every penny. Just from the craftsmanship and the quality of work that you can produce with these machines is incredible. So that's pretty much my collection of daily driver machines that I'm using. There are some other ones in the arsenal that I don't use so often. This little Bishop rotary that I got, pretty cheap on eBay. It's a good little machine for some soft shading and stuff. It's not really my favorite. I'm not a big fan of really anything rotary. I do have my Easton machine, which I like a lot. We'll use it a handful of times for some stipple work and stuff like that, but it is a quality rotary machine. All the Momo stuff is good. And that's basically it for what I'm currently using. And one of the other artists here, Jason, is letting me try these frames out that he had built from AMR machines. So I wanted to buy some of these frames, but he had some that were already built up as some shaders and liners. And I've been trying them out. They're pretty nice. I actually like these a lot. So this one actually someone else had built that he had purchased from them. And they use the AMR stuff, and these are the ones that he built. Pretty great. Real simple design. I think these are Workhorse Coils that are on here that he soldered up. They look really good. Yeah, same exact frame design, just like slightly different location of where the front contact is and how the spring is designed and all that to kind of create different functioning tattoo machines. So that's pretty neat. And that's about it. So everyone's starting to show up for the day, and I'm going to get started on doing some more painting. I'll try to film some stuff as I can, but we have music going all day, so I have to edit out a lot of the audio when there's other people here at the shop, so to avoid the annoying silent moments and whatnot, I'll probably just do some time-lapse stuff of me painting and drawing, and I don't know if you guys have questions about my tattoo space or my station or something, feel free to leave comments below and I can show you guys different things inside my tattoo station. Alright. And that's like, it fits all the things that I want to do with camera as a street photographer. It's discreet, it looks nice, but it doesn't look super serious. Like when people see it, they're not like threatened by the camera, whereas like the DSLR looks like I'm carrying around a weapon.
Yeah.
And people are afraid of it, like they're afraid to get their photo taken. Well, the DX100B, because it's kind of discreet, it's like that. And for what I like to shoot, it's got